Stroud, combat medic in the United States Army, and I'm out at Heroes Night Out at the Green Zone. Congratulations! You made it to the website and you're one step closer to helping out veterans and their families in Central Texas. If you haven't visited Heroes Night Out in Cedar Park, you've got a real treat. You've got a brick and mortar place that's here to help out veterans and their families. Everything from cultural competency to learn about a new world as you transition from the military to your new civilian life, to working with education, your GI Bill benefits, housing, health and wellness, and all the other things that you simply couldn't find on the internet. You have real people, veterans, helping veterans right here at Heroes Night Out.
My name is Jared Myers. I am a Army combat veteran. I got out of the military in May of 2005, and my involvement in the Heroes Night Out Green Zone Center since then has become pretty big. I really enjoy what's going on here in Central Texas. I really enjoy the camaraderie that's here. I've always said this, that there's no place in the United States that takes care of our veterans like we do here in Texas, man. We really stand out on our own. When I got out of the military, I really struggled with how to get involved with services, how to receive those services that I knew I needed for myself in order to get the help I needed. It was difficult because when I was getting out, the last thing that I wanted to do was pay attention to what it was I needed. 3-4 years later, I found out that, boy, I wish I would have paid attention a little more. And what I wanted to do was make sure that those vets who were in the same shoes that I was in, dealing with the emotional issues of war, the things that they were going through back home, I wanted to make sure that they didn't experience the same things that I did when I got out. So the vision that I had and that others had as well was, what could we do here in Central Texas to give back to those veterans that are transitioning out of the military, trying to reintegrate back into civilian life? What kind of opportunity could we give them to assist them to help them out with that transition? And so here you have the Green Zone Center. The Green Zone Center is a multi-resource facility that's going to help out with things such as jobbing, housing, education, spiritual needs, and the overall umbrella of health and wellness. Things like peer-to-peer, Operation Resilient Families, which deals with helping marriages kind of reconnect, because when you're deployed for 12 to 15 months, you learn to live without each other. And what we want to do is we want to help kind of bring down the problems that occur when a man and a wife, or a husband and a wife, or when a soldier and a spouse come back together. We want to help them reintegrate as quickly as possible and as healthy as possible. So we have about a 6,000 square foot building that we're dedicating just to the veterans. This is theirs. There's a computer lab here. There's also a break room that you can come hang out at. We have a place where we're going to be able to offer services with children. We have a county service officer in the building that's going to help veterans apply for their VA disabilities. We've also got volunteer staff throughout the state, throughout the city of Austin, the city of Cedar Park, and the local community that are willing to come in and do spiritual needs, give back with health and wellness. Also, maybe
Judy and I are the founders of Heroes Night Out. It started a little over 3 years ago when Judy convinced me we should buy a $50 gift card for a young lady that she met at Brooke Army Medical Center. And Judy can tell you the story of how she convinced me that was the right thing to do. And Dylan is the proof that it is the right thing to do, because we've met amazing people like Dylan and others, and they've just become family with us. So Jude, can you tell them how it started?
Well, it started a few years ago when Staff Sergeant Michael Clark recruited 3 out of 4 of my sons. And Mike then went back regular Army from being a recruiter and was over in Iraq and had an RPG go up from underneath his truck and got hit. He then ended up at Brooke Army Medical Center, and from there we started going down and visiting his wife and his family, and we were visiting with other families that were there, and we just kind of noticed that there are things that those families can't do as normal families. As anyone would know, that once you have someone end up in a hospital, even if it's for a couple of days, a couple of weeks, your life stops. So it went from a gift wallet that had 6 $50 gift cards in it to doing barbecues, to taking families out to dinner from different wounded transition battalions, We started with the one up in Fort Hood. We take them out every first Thursday of the month. We take anywhere between 40 to 60 families. We are soon going to be starting taking families out in the Cedar Park area to a restaurant called Freda's, and we're going to be hooking up with the Wounded Transition Battalion from Camp Mabry from there.
There we went to, we got this building, it's 6,000 square foot, it's in Cedar Park. We saw a bigger need. There's 1.7 million veterans in Texas. Once they get out, there's a lot of services available, but they don't know where to find them, how to get them. We're not reinventing the wheel here. We're just being a place that is their place. This is built for them. It took 7 months. Had a lot of great community involvement. We're not the government. We're not the VA. We're not funded. We're funded strictly by volunteers that help put this together, and companies and organizations that donated materials, and people donating money, I hope enough to keep the lights on and everything else. And like I said, we don't want to reinvent the wheel. There's services out there. Problem is they don't know what services are available. We want them to be, this is their house. They can come here, they can hang, they can eat, they can bring their kids, they can barbecue. And if they need a service, we'll find it for them. We'll help them find it. And we're a location for them, to serve those who have served us. And I think that's the big thing, that they're not just left out there anymore. We hope to be the ones that embrace them. And I hope, guys like Dylan and that can testify to that. We don't just give them a backpack when they're in the hospital and disappear. So.
You got 5 seconds.
The community makes everything a lot easier to come back to. Whenever you're in the hospital, once you get out and you're discharged, you have to find all these services yourself. There's not somebody there to take your hand and tell you, oh, this will cover this will help you with this, here's a caretaker. You have to find everything on your own. So it makes it very difficult. And with a place like this and people like this, it makes the transition for us a little bit easier, because we have a place where we can go and they know where the resources are and they can show us, instead of us having to go out there and tediously find it. And a lot of veterans, they have other stuff that they run. I mean, they have bigger stuff on their plate to do, like surgeries and taking care of themselves. So having a group that, will take you out to dinner every week, or every once in a while taking you to a game just to feel like you're actually a part of everyday life, it's the most amazing feeling there is.
And this wouldn't be possible without organizations, businesses like Austin Countertops, Dell, The Beacon, Bluebonnet Trails, Integrity Constructive Solutions, Home Depot, Lakeline, Cedar Park, Home Depot Corporate. It's been so many companies, Victory Plumbing, that have stepped up and helped us out here.
We wouldn't have this building if it wasn't for Twin Lakes Fellowship.
Twin Lakes Fellowship Church, who's let us have the building. It's a 6,000 square foot building that everything here is, all the good services to the chairs, to the computers have been donated. All the work has been donated. And like I said, we're not funded. So without them reaching out and doing it, this wouldn't be possible. So I thank the community. I thank those great businesses that are involved in this, and if you get a chance to do business with them, they're great businesses, because they reach out and help guys like this.